Alright guys, just did a river crossing. GoPro decided to cut out for some reason. Driving back on the little boat launch road over here, which I don't know what's going on with this this GoPro. It keeps on like acting funny, which it might be like defective or something. It keeps it'll shut off randomly, even though it has a full charge. And like if I use the Wi-Fi on it, it'll do like only, I think it's like 20 seconds of footage will actually get recorded on the, like if I can watch it on my phone, but only like 20 seconds will get recorded and then it'll shut off. So it's a little weird, but I don't know, it's a little temperamental. Honestly, I'm thinking about using my phone since I have an iPhone and it shoots 4K, or up to 4K video, but I don't know. It's just one of those things, trial by error. Most of the time it works pretty good, although whenever I want to do like action shots, it's a little like iffy. And this road is like super terrible because it's like nothing but potholes and like it's bad. Which it's been raining for about a week. It's been raining for about a week. So, and I've been sick for about a week too. Whenever it started raining, that's whenever I got sick. And it's a little head cold or whatever it is, but getting over it. And yeah, finally mounted my GoPro to the dash because why not? Yeah, we're doing a little vlog session. Hopefully the footage on the GoPro for the river crossing came out pretty good. I tried a couple different takes of it, so hopefully I got some of it. But if not, oh well. It's whatever, I guess. Yeah. I don't normally ride around with the radio off. However, whenever I do, I forget how loud it is in this truck. Like, it's pretty loud. And even though I have like sound deadening, like behind every door, on the back wall, the roof is sound deadened, everything, like it's pretty solid. Like you can hit on the door or the roof or whatever, and it sounds rock solid. And you can hear rocks slinging off my tires because they stick out past the fender a little bit. So that's what happens when you have a little bit of offset and 13.5 wide tires. They like to sling rocks, which it primer and then the first coat. Then you have to wait for that to cure, and then you got to do a clear coat. Then you got to do a cut on it, like a wet sand, and then you'll have a normal paint job again. But some people don't have time for that. Like, I have no time to send my truck off to wherever to get a little speck taken care of. It's not that big of a deal. But it is what it is. And somehow the GoPro has not shut off yet. So apparently, if I mount it to the dash, it stays on. But if I try to do action shots, it doesn't like it. It's a little frustrating. But whatever. And which I don't know how the video is going to come out with it being on the dash, since this thing does ride a little uneasy at times. Because the roads around here suck, for one thing, and since I have such wide tires, it tries to follow the groove in the road, which sometimes this truck's a little bit of a handful to like just keep going straight, because you go up to a red light where there's like troughs where all the cars come to a stop at the stoplight, and like it'll try to follow that, which is a little frustrating because you'll try to tell it to go one way, or you might have to move over or whatever because the car's like kind of getting close, or whatever the case may be. But it's not fun not being in control of your own vehicle. But I mean, for like a split second, it just feels a little weird that your truck's trying to go one way, even though you're not telling it to go that way. So it's a little interesting driving these big giant trucks, because you never really know what the road condition might be. And driving in the rain is a little bit of a pain in the butt because it's bigger, which it takes a little bit longer to stop. So you have to like account for that. Like if somebody slams on the brakes in front of you, it's a little bit harder to stop. You can still stop, but it's a little like it doesn't stop like a normal vehicle. And some people don't realize that, and they'll try to pull out in front of you, which even on my bike they do that too, which I can understand. It's a small vehicle being on a motorcycle. But at the same time, people try to pull out in front of this giant truck knowing that they can't make that, and it causes me to slam on brakes. And a couple times I've actually almost ran over somebody because they'll pull out in front of me and I'm doing, let's just say 45, and they're having to go from a dead stop all the way up to 45 like instantly. And some cars are a little slow at it doing that, and a lot of times people just don't hit the gas, and it's a little frustrating that they pull out in front of you for one thing and then they just don't go. Like, you're gonna make the point to pull out in front of me and then they just like slowly ease out. It's a little frustrating. And another thing a lot of people do, which is weird because in my other truck that I had, I didn't ever have this issue, is I can be going down like a 4-lane highway and the traffic's moving and I go over in the left lane to go past somebody, and you'll pass one or two cars, and then like for some reason people will like intentionally get in front of you to slow you down, even though there's nobody in front of them and they're not turning left or they're not about to like do anything. They're just like getting in front of you to get in front of you. Like, it's like almost like they're trying to annoy you because you're driving a giant truck. Like in my other truck, I didn't have that issue. Now, a lot of people just move out of the way because it is a big truck. It's almost, I wouldn't say the same size as a semi, but I can look eye level with semis sometimes, depending on how big the semi is. But they'll jump out in front of you, and you're like, really? Like, come on. Like, that was totally unnecessary. Which it might just be the drivers around here. Who knows? Because some people just, like, don't know how to drive. Like, it's a little sad. Which, one thing it might be a part of is because people take driver's ed online now in high school. Instead of actually driving a car, they watch videos. Which is a little scary because some people have never driven ever. Like, not even like a golf cart or anything like that. And then to get in a... Alright, so the end of the video got cut off, but thanks for watching this far. There's more to come. Please like the video, subscribe, share it. Peace out.